Let's look at the storyline of Swallowed Star Season 3 next episode. Please support, like, comment and subscribe. Thank you in advance. May God reward you all for your kindness. And I hope everyone is given health and success today. Please take a look. Golden mist enveloped the huge hill. This was a hill made entirely of metal. In the air on a hill, an oval-shaped egg is floating. Ha ha ha, the egg shell started to open, an arm rose from inside, finally the egg split completely. A completely naked and fit man with short black hair floated in the air, his eyes calm, whatever they were looking at, seemed to be filled with fear. At 1.78 meters tall, even though he was skinny, his body looked like high-quality, well-forged steel, giving off an extraordinary sense of strength. The short black-haired man surveyed the golden land. This is my internal world. The man's eyes were filled with astonishment and curiosity. Sure, everything suddenly disappeared. At the same time, rumble was heard. The golden horned beast, covered completely in black scales, with a body length of 320 meters suddenly appeared on land. Deep in the Pacific Ocean, rough seas and undercurrents rage. The golden horned beast suddenly disappeared. At the same time, a naked man with short black hair appeared. Finally, I'm back again. Luo Feng's eyes were filled with excitement that was hard to contain. With a thought, he felt inside his body, clearly seeing his own heart through his chest, between his lungs, right in the middle at the solar plexus point, its core twisting in place, filled with intricate gold carvings, radiating golden light. This nucleus is very small. Previously, the golden horned beast was 180 meters tall. The diameter of this core was only around 20 centimeters or so. Now that Luo Feng had returned to his human body, his core was barely a few millimeters thick. Genetic energy, spiritual power. Luo Feng's mind moved. Rumble was heard. A large amount of golden mist flew into Luo Feng's body from within his internal world, quickly gathering at the center of his stomach, swirling and gathering. With the abundance of characteristic metallic mist from his internal world, 1, 2, and finally 3 mini-planets formed around his Dantian. Star Explorer Level 3. Now, Luo Feng's body could only withstand so much, any more would require him to strengthen his body first, increasing his Dantian's ability to withstand energy. Rumble was heard. At the same time, within the core, Luo Feng's soul, which had reached 3-star Explorer level, was madly absorbing the energy of the universe. The moment it was accepted into the core, it was immediately sent to be refined. However, it was only a simple refinement, reaching to Star Explorer level 5 and quickly leaving the core, flowing through his head and consciousness. Waves of violent spirit energy continued to gather, changes began to occur, forming another spirit planet. After spending a good half hour, it finally stopped. In his consciousness, the blood-red planet, with 5 other planets orbiting around it, continued to rotate. 6-star Traveler. Luo Feng, your body is at Star Traveler level 4, however, your previous special ability was Golden Body. That's why, the toughness of your body is comparable to a Star Traveler level 4 fighter. It is able to bear the strength of a Star Traveler level 6 Spirit Reader. That's the limit. Babata said. Understood. Luo Feng smiled as he opened his eyes. Beside him a liquid silver guard flew out. From the guard he received his storage ring. His spirit energy created a protective barrier in the sea. From inside he took out a set of clothes to wear. Cloud contact. Luo Feng looked away. Thousands of meters away in the sea, the blood-red cloud contact vine, even though it shrank smaller, it immediately flew towards Luo Feng. After recognizing its owner, the vine contacted the cloud contact vine. It would follow him for life. The moment Luo Feng's soul was destroyed, he would also die. Whoosh! The contact cloud vine shrank and entered Luo Feng's skin, disappearing. Waves of thoughts and emotions from the contact cloud vine are sent through feelings that make happiness. It seems, I'm the same as before. Luo Feng sighed. However, in essence, my soul core is the core of the internal world. His body was nourished from the internal world. So, Luo Feng's current body was similar to the golden horned beast's body, their weakness, the core that carries the soul and internal world. Right now, even if Luo Feng's human head was blown up, he wouldn't die, all he needed was to expend energy and it would grow back, just like the golden horned beast. Luo Feng, I gave you the choice of another race and you have to choose human. The golden horned beast's body and evolution speed will far exceed your Earth-human body's evolution speed. Although the internal world has the characteristics of the metal universe to provide, your body's genetics are too weak, even with a large amount of power. If it cannot withstand it, then what happens? Babata was clearly still not satisfied. Luo Feng laughed. He understood the logic. The golden horned beast's growth depended on the internal world. Every time the internal world grew by one level, the golden horned beast would immediately absorb a large amount of energy, quickly growing by one level as well. That way, the golden horned beast would always maintain the same speed as its internal world. However, Luo Feng's body genetics, compared to the golden horned beast, was simply too inferior. It cannot evolve at the same rate. It's okay, I can't be too greedy. Luo Feng laughed. At least, I am currently a Star Traveler Level 6 Spirit Reader. In his Earth-human body, he was a Star Traveler Level 6 Spirit Reader. The moment he switched to the golden horned beast body, he became a 3-star golden horned beast. After more than a year, from Star Level 1 to Star Level 3. That was quite fast. It would become slower as he grew, especially the critical point of breaking through the universe level, which would take more time. Rumble. Luo Feng stepped on the soaring shuttle, quickly exiting the ocean. High in the air, Luo Feng was on a soaring shuttle, heading towards Europe, his expression cold. Luo Feng, after the incident with the swallowing beast, Earth's strongest and elites have all fallen, the war god's palace has closed. The soldiers had no leaders, no one like Hong, Thunder God or Yu, who had an absolute feeling of strength among the strong. That's why everything is a mess right now. And at that time the 5th chairman Atkin became the strongest at the moment. Atkin, Yan Hai, they were originally representatives of the HR Alliance, but since the strongest in Europe, which was the strongest Eastbourne in the HR Alliance fell, Atkin was the biggest, he joined Yan Hai and led a group of representatives. Via blackmailing, threatening or simply using violence, they quickly took over the HR Alliance. Also, Atkin and Yan Hai had included Seigo Nehru. And Seigo Nehru, as a genius in India, was naturally accepted into the Lightning Dojo and was currently one of their investigators. According to my research, here is my report. This strength, Atkin was originally the 5th chairman, Yan Hai originally challenged this but failed, but his strength is comparable to Jia Yi. Both are very strong. Seigo Nehru, currently the only Star Traveler level spirit reader on Earth, he is also the genius I mentioned before who is beneath you. Luo Feng's expression was cold. Regarding the organizations led by Atkin, Yan Hai, and Seigo Nehru, they became powerful. Below them were several Star Traveler Level 1 and 2 representatives. They were currently Earth's main force. Below them is the Limit Dojo. The Dojo of Limits has 3 of the most loyal guardians, who are very united. Then there are 5 major countries. Finally, Lightning Dojo. Since the Thunder God was in a coma, with Seigo Nehru joining the dojo, the Lightning Dojo had internal problems and the situation was quite serious. Luo Feng was shocked by this news. To control the HR Alliance while influencing the Lightning Dojo, this power was indeed terrifying. Relying on blackmail, coercion, murder or theft of property, these forces have built a strong foundation. All countries dare not offend them, said Babata. Atkin is the strongest fighter. Nehru was the most powerful spirit reader. Also, Yan Hai was closer to Atkin. Mo Henderson, Eastbourne, Tripathi Singh, Jia Yi, Sokolov, their relatives did not suffer. Luo Feng definitely didn't forget the 5 heroes who went with him to battle against the Golden Horned Beast. In a way, they weren't much better off. However, no one dared to bully the family of 8 heroes. Only Mo Henderson's family was worse off, one died. According to the media, they said it was a car accident. Babata said. Luo Feng's expression became colder. The struggle for power was brutal. Although it looks peaceful on the surface, many have died in the shadows with new people taking their place. The days are getting better without these new dangers and new piles of trash increasing. Luo Feng's killing intent increased. From the influence of the golden horned beast's bloodline and lineage, the current Luo Feng was much more savage. We used to not see them in times of crisis, now they have jumped out and taken over. Even the families of the heroes they dared to threaten, robbed them of their property. They deserve to die. They deserve to die. Luo Feng's view was godly. Without tigers on the mountain, monkeys took over. Atkins, Yanhai, Seigo Neiru, you will all die. At Star Traveler Level 3, Luo Feng had surpassed the old heroes by killing Grand Emperor monsters and was on par with Hong and Thunder God. And now, at Star Explorer Level 6, killing those people was like stepping on ants. Europe, Paris headquarters city, dawn. Dressed in a western suit, with all his white hair neatly trimmed, Yanhai was in a good mood as he held a wine glass and sat on the balcony of the third floor of his villa. Haha. Sniffing, Yanhai seemed to enjoy the smell, closed his eyes and took a sip. Exciting, Yanhai said while enjoying. He was enjoying his current life. Back during the Great Nirvana period, he considered the end of the world and that situation to be the best life for the strong. He could live like an emperor. He had gathered beside him a group of savage and brutal helpers like him. However, that Jia Yi, his sense of justice was too strong. The two are big rivals. As two great warriors from China, their strengths were very close. Finally he was cornered by Jia Yi and finally forced to leave China, hiding at the far end of the European continent. Decades passed with him not daring to set foot in China. And now, whenever he wants to go, he will. He does whatever he likes. Jia Yi is dead. The fourth chairman has also died. Luo Feng, that pain is also dead. All that was left was fifth chairman Atkin, and he was his best friend. He was just like himself. Good wine, good wine. Yanhai smiled from head to toe, pouring for himself to enjoy. The oppressive days from before had passed, and now, he was living it. HM. Yanhai was shocked, slowly turning around to look, his heart filled with fear. How could this be? How could this happen? With Muya crystals, I have already stepped into Star Traveler Level 3. Even Atkin, who is slightly stronger than me, couldn't get behind me without me noticing. On this earth, there should be no such person, impossible. His heart roared. However, Yanhai continued to slowly turn around, his gaze concentrated, staring intently at that place. He wanted to know, who was it? Wearing army trousers, with a simple sleeveless top, short black hair, his entire body looked extremely evil and vicious, his gaze extremely cold. You. Yanhai's eyes opened wide. No, no, her face turned bright red, as if she had seen a ghost. Impossible. You, don't look as if you have seen a ghost, just a guilty fear of death. I am indeed Luo Feng, and I have come to wreak your life. A cold voice sounded. Rumble. Yanhai felt like his soul was being torn apart. After his soul was scattered, his entire body collapsed on the floor. Poof. Luo Feng looked with an ice-cold gaze. You were first. Whoosh. He had already flown far into the sky. Master, it's time to go. A voice filled with respect echoed from the stairs below the balcony. Master. Several repeated screams. The suspicious butler ran over, looking around, looking at the invincible warrior Yanhai who collapsed without movement on the floor. Master, what's wrong? His expression immediately changed. What's wrong with you? He ran over and squatted beside him to check his breath and pulse. Dead. The butler opened his eyes wide, shaking with fear. How could his master die? A recent medical examination by a doctor said that his body was very healthy, much healthier than a young person. How could that be? Star Traveler fighter lifespan is more than 1,000 years. This point, some elite researchers who study ancient ruins know, but the butler this is not. Just a moment. Several heart specialists from Yanhai's family were beside his body. His body was fine, there was no damage whatsoever. The doctor checked the condition, using cut equipment, shook his head. This should not happen, this body is completely healthy, he should not die. From a medical point of view, if there were no physical problems, then he shouldn't have died just like that. However, they have no way to examine the soul. North America, headquarters city Washington. A black luxury car slowly drove along the road. Sitting in it was Earth's current #1, Atkin. With unrivaled power, he forced the entire HR alliance to re-elect himself, replacing Isidora and becoming the first elder. He holds the highest authority in the HR alliance. Even the 9 great core families, none of them dared to go against them. And during the swallowing beast incident, he was the 5th elder of the War God Palace. Atkin, very thin. He wears a beard below his mouth. His gaze seemed as if he was dreaming, but sometimes it seemed to make one's heart cold. This one person, during the beast swallowing episode, remained extremely humble. Even Hong and Thunder God never noticed this person's crazy ambitions. And as the strongest of time fell one after another, he finally revealed his wild ambitions. Hello. Atkin took out his cell phone. The elder, Mr. Yan Hai, was found dead 15 minutes ago, right on the balcony of his house. Regarding the time of his death, we cannot determine. A voice that was clearly nervous. What? Atkin's expression changed. His heart was confused. How did Yan Hai die? Who on earth has the ability to easily kill Yan Hai? How did he die? Atkin asked. There was no clue. No one in the entire house heard the commotion. No one knows exactly how he died, or even when. Atkin furrowed his brows and said seriously, cause of death, unable to determine. Yes, Master Yan Hai's body is not damaged, his body is very healthy, he should not die. The moment he finished, Atkin's expression immediately changed. Turning off the phone, Atkin's eyes narrowed, his gaze cold. That was a spirit reader's attack on his soul. Only with his soul destroyed would one die this way. However, on this earth, there is only one star explorer spirit reader, Seigo Neiru. And Seigo Neiru was only a star traveler level 1, he didn't have the strength to kill Yan Hai. Who was it? 2 silhouettes quickly flashed through Atkin's mind, people he had hidden in his memories for many years, Eastbourne. And a genius, even stronger than Eastbourne, Luo Feng. Eastbourne's body, I saw it personally. Luo Feng's life force had also weakened to the point of vanishing, broadcast to the entire world. Atkin's expression changed drastically. Not right, Luo Feng, he remembered Hong and Thunder God who were in a coma. Back then their life force signals had also disappeared, and while they had no mental signals, they were living dead. But still, they are not dead. The swallowing beast had also gone through rebirth. Nobody saw Luo Feng's body. From start to finish, no one saw Luo Feng's body. Don't tell me, he's still alive. Atkin's expression was ugly. Back then, very easily, Luo Feng had killed 8 tentacle great emperors, he was not something Atkin could handle. Against the 8 tentacled great emperors, he would be easily killed. And that time Luo Feng handled it easily. Luo Feng, that young but invincible abnormality, was on par with Hong and Thunder God. Atkin. He has to respect Luo Feng. If Luo Feng really comes back, knowing he had sent Seigo Neiru and Wei Nuo to take his Nuya crystal by force, then... No. Atkin shook his head, very nervous and worried. If it was Luo Feng, he was being held captive. Even if it wasn't Luo Feng, to be able to kill Yan Hai without so much as a sound, he was afraid he wouldn't stand a chance either. Hello. Atkin immediately called, Seigo Neiru, it's me, Atkin, I suspect that Luo Feng is not dead and just killed Yan Hai. You have to be careful, it's probably best to leave your house immediately. Asia, India, headquarter city New Delhi. Because of the time difference, it was dawn in Europe but mid-afternoon in New Delhi. The fierce autumn sun shone on the land, and in the east district of the head city, there was a huge castle. It was the House of Power Ancient India. Owned by the powerful Nehru family, the Nehru family was originally only the strongest in the world of politics, but since one of his children, Seigo Nehru has risen quickly, becoming the only star explorer spirit reader in the world, the family's power has grown rapidly. Since Mr. Seigo Nehru agreed to accept spirit reader disciples, the number of visitors has been increasing every day. Spirit readers, that's something not easy to train. Seigo Nehru was the strongest spirit reader in the entire world, also, he was very young. Even compared to Luo Feng from Huachia, they were the same age. Mr. Seigo Nehru is the pride of India, a spirit reader who is definitely a genius. I am sure he will be like Mr. Luo Feng, becoming very strong and invincible. Yes, the whole world says that Saigo Neiru is the second Luo Feng. Above the castle, two guards look down at a luxury car stopped in the parking lot outside, starting a quiet discussion. Inside the castle, in the living room, two groups of visitors gathered. Please wait a moment, Saigo Neiru is meditating. After he is finished he will accompany you all. A man in light silk smiled as he said, "All right, I'm not in a rush." The two groups numbered 8 people, and among them were 2 young spirit readers. It was clear that they had just woken up. Neiru Castle, in the sky above, a silhouette appeared. Strangely, no one saw this silhouette. "Babata, your camouflage system is not bad," Luo Feng praised. "This is nothing." A clear and crisp sound rang out. It simply twisted the surrounding light, causing anyone below to lose the light and see nothing. That's too simple. In the universe, with better technology, ships, interstellar transporters, even if they stopped above a city, if they didn't want you to see it, you all wouldn't be able to. Luo Feng didn't suspect anything at all. Ever since he became a golden horned beast deep underwater, with Babata's signal jammer, all the equipment on Earth couldn't sense his life force signal at all. For a warrior, approaching him, even if he doesn't use his sight, he can still feel his presence, Babata said. Luo Feng observed below. Very gently, his spirit energy flashed. There was no sound or trace as it flowed through the castle. It could be considered gentle and completely silent. No one was aware of Luo Feng's sensing, including new star traveler spirit reader Saigo Neiru. "He's a star traveler level 1, I'm 6, just based on levels, I'm stronger than him by 32 times. Not to mention I have trained in control and illusion. In terms of controlling power alone, including all techniques, I am countless times stronger." Luo Feng shook his head. Through Yunmo planet's structured training, he could clearly feel. In spiritual power, he was much stronger than his enemy. Luo Feng rushed down. In the castle, wearing a luxurious black robe, a young man was lying on a sofa. His feet rested on the glass table, his hands holding a goblet, inside which he was swirling a very delicious red wine. "Woo!" Saigo Neiru gently sipped. "Fighting with me? That old man, he is very old. I am still so young, just by strength alone how can he compare with me? Currently, as I am willing to accept disciples, countless powerful families send their children to become my disciples. I, the only star traveler level spirit reader on Earth. With great power on my side, also with the help of elder brother Akin, plus I am from the Neiru family, a family with power in India. The position of head in the Thunder Dojo is definitely mine." Saigo gently raised his head, revealing a condescending smile. "Woo, and people dare to say I'm the next Luo Feng, I've heard these words too many times." Since he broke through to the star traveler level, everyone praising him, saying how he would be like Luo Feng in many aspects. At first Saigo Neiru was very proud and happy. But after hearing many such words, he started to get irritated. "Poof, I am the same age as Luo Feng, one day I will reach the sky, becoming stronger. Just like Hong and Thunder God. When the time comes, I will make others say, 'Luo Feng, you are the number 2 Saigo Neiru.'" Ha ha ha, enjoying success at such a young age, Saigo Neiru was very satisfied and arrogant. Suddenly his phone rang. "Hello," Saigo Neiru replied. "Saigo Neiru, it's me, Atkin. I suspect that Luo Feng isn't dead and just killed Yan Hai. You should be careful, it might be best to leave your house immediately." Atkin's voice was sent from the phone. Saigo Neiru was so shocked that he immediately stood up straight. However, as he stood up, he realized there was someone standing at the door behind him. She was wearing army trousers, a simple sleeveless top. The man had yellow skin and short black hair. His gaze pierced like a knife through his soul, causing Saigo Neiru to tremble. Saigo Neiru's eyes opened wide. This appearance, 99% of the entire world recognized. Saigo Neiru's face turned pale. Extreme fear. Previously he felt he himself was very strong, but now with this person standing right in front of him, with just a glance, he felt an incredible sense of fear. And he once went to that person's family home to steal the treasures left behind. "Saigo Neiru, say something. Why didn't you say anything?" Atkin's nervous voice echoed. He had arrived. That's the storyline for Swallowed Star Season 3. Wait for the next episode. Please donate, subscribe, like, comment and share. May God reward His goodness. And may all your brothers' days be blessed with happiness, health and success. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much.